An Erios original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mailbag episode where we play your voicemails. I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stetton.
We don't have any reviews, do we?
You know, we don't.
What the fuck, dude?
Makes me very sad.
2 weeks in a row. What the fuck,
Oh, It's been 2 weeks in a row?
Oh my God. All right, well, let's just get to the voicemails, I guess.
Get to the voicemails. Okay, voicemail numero uno.
Hi, this is a message for the Web Crawlers. It's Becky from England. Hello, Melissa and Ali and Maria. I just listened to my voicemail telling you guys that I am up the Duff, as we say in England. I don't know if you know that phrase in America. It means pregnant, up the Duff.
Up the dust?
Yeah. Oh my God, that was like 6 weeks ago. So you guys have got a lot of voicemails. So you probably won't hear this one now for 6 weeks. But yeah, I went to an early scan.
Oh, pregnant. Up the dust means pregnant, maybe?
That voicemail. It was all good. They measured me at 6 weeks, and I'm now 10 and a half.
Ooh.
So I've got another scan in a week and a half, which is my official 12-week scan. So
that's exciting.
Again, terrifying and exciting. But yeah, it's all crazy, and my baby is more than happy to be the second Web Crawlers baby. After yours, of course. I did.
Uh-oh. Okay, that ends there. There's a part 2.
I love Web Crawlers babies.
Hi, it's Becky from England. Oh, we're doing a 2-parter today. It's been ages. I was doing so well, but never mind. Oh, God, I'm really sorry. There's a lot of cars going past. And hopefully not inside a microwave level of bad though. Yeah, I just found it hilarious when I said it's been a year since I passed my driving test. And Ali was like, no way, it's been like 2 months. I know, right?
It's crazy.
I feel the same. How has it been a year? So, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like my random message about the nightmare I had trying to pass my driving test is what set everyone off. With their driving stories, I might be completely wrong. You know, it might have been a little before me, and that's why I joined in. I'm not sure. But either way, it's been roughly a year, give or take, that everyone's been telling you their hilarious and tragic driving stories. But I love it. Do you know what I mean? I kind of love it. I love that you're like a supernatural podcast, and people ring in and tell you about their driving, and then you do random episodes about, you know, America's Next Top Model and McDonald's and McFlurry machines. I just love it. Like, I always recommend your podcast to anyone that I can. And when they say what's it about, I really struggle to answer.
Yeah. Because
it's just about everything. So people do look at me a little bit odd when I say, well, it's supernatural. But then, you know, they'll do random ones about this and that, and they're like, huh? But you've just got to roll with it. You've just got to roll with it, and we do, and we love it. I feel like every time I ring, I'd say 9 out of 10 times I ring, I actually don't give anything other than just my life. So I do apologise for that. I hope that people don't think I'm self-centered. I don't know. I just don't really have much going on. I don't have any ghosts or anything like that.
You have a lot going on. You got a baby.
That's what I was going to say. So, I think somebody rung in. I forget her name. Gabe? I think it was Gabe. Bellingham isn't haunted. And that if you Google haunted in your town name, everywhere has stuff. And I just thought it would be really interesting if your listeners Googled haunted and their town name and then rung in and told us what I came up with. So I haven't done mine yet, so I will do that next time. But that's my idea. So let's test the theory. Everybody Google haunted.
Right, Google haunted and then your town. And there's always going to be something
big time
that pops up.
Yeah.
All right, there's one more part.
It's Becky. Oh, God. Oh, God. We're doing a 3-parter today. Oh, God. Somebody grab a bell and start shouting shame at me because we're doing a 3-parter.
Shame.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll be really interested to see what sort of haunted stories come up in people's towns, cities, states. Since I never give you anything, like I was saying, you guys were talking about driving on the wrong side of the road a few weeks ago. And I actually have a little story, and forgive me if I've told you this before, I don't think I have. But one time, me and my fiancé were doing a road trip in America. We did like a road trip for like 4 weeks. It was amazing. And we were in Topanga Canyon.
Oh, yes.
And anyone that doesn't know Topanga Canyon, go and Google Topanga Canyon. It is stunning.
Yeah.
It's, forgive me, terrible geography. I don't know if it's in LA or just outside of LA, but it's near LA. Might be in LA, right near Hollywood. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. There's loads of roads going right around the mountain. It's beautiful. And we stayed in this incredible Airbnb that was all pirate themed.
Oh.
Pirate
And
thing.
having a great time, wake up, all happy, get in the car, start driving, going around the mountains. As you can imagine, when you're on the roads, you can't see around the corners because it's literally like the corner is around the mountain. So we're driving. There's no cars on the road except us. Listening to music, sunny day, perfect. I don't want to know where Chris just says, "Oh my God, I'm on the wrong side of the road."
Oh.
And moves over to the other side. And I'm like, whoa. And then we just get up to a corner and a car comes around the bend.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is we were seconds. If Chris
That's scary.
didn't just have that brainwave, I would be dead. In 2018. How crazy is that? Because we had no idea that car was coming.
Oh my
That's not
God.
what sort of told him to do it, you know. I don't know what did. There was no other cars there. He just remembered. Because the car literally was there when we got to the corner, so we wouldn't have had time to move over to the other side. So yeah, that was really scary, and I do feel very lucky when I look back to that. So yeah, that's all. Much love to you all. Speak to you soon. Bye.
That's scary. Driving
That's
on
really
Topanga
scary.
Canyon, especially, because those are
Yeah.
curvy roads.
Also, sorry if you're watching the video of that and I was like smiling a little bit during that story. I wasn't smiling at the story. My dog sitter or the dog daycare sent me a video of my dog, and that's why I was smiling. I wasn't smiling that you almost died.
What was your dog doing?
Just like incessantly barking like nonstop at the guy. And it just made me laugh because I'm like, I'm so glad they're not here today.
Which dog, Dolly?
Dolly, yeah, she's the only one who barks really.
Dolly. Okay, next message.
Hi, web crawlers. This is Joran calling. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Just go through that quickly. I'm listening to the Nicholas Alaverdian / Arthur Knight episode, and you played that interview with him with his Scottish or whatever accent. And Allie, you said that he sounded like a Mike Myers character.
Sounds
You
like
should have played the
Voldemort.
part of the interview where he said, "You're putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable."
He didn't
That
say that.
really gave it away that it was, in fact, Mike Myers the whole time. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that we missed that part of the interview.
I just realized he sounds like Voldemort, kind of.
Yeah.
That's our Harry Potter kick.
Hey, it's Maggie, aka Maggerdoodle from the Discord. And guess what? I'm not calling from the trunk of a car or the side of a freaking highway. I am in my new car, which is
Woo! Be
still
careful.
the same age and model and stuff as my old car because used cars are insane to buy right now.
Mhm.
But yay, I'm not sounding like I'm in a wind tunnel. So there's that.
Great.
This car already needs a new water pump, and
No.
I think my brakes need to be fixed. But
No.
I'll get to that eventually. I just wanted to
Get
call
to the
so you guys didn't
brakes.
think I was still walking on the side of the road somewhere still. And also, I need to figure out a different time to listen to the mailbag episodes of Web Crawlers now because y'all just keep talking about shitting yourselves. And I, for some reason, keep listening when I'm eating my lunch, and it is a bad call. I listen to podcasts all day at work. I do a mindless job where I don't have to think about anything, so I just listen to podcasts all damn day. So I just need to change the time that I listen to Web Crawlers because it has gotten awkward. I love it. Love y'all's crazy stories. Love your crazinesses, but sweet Jesus, I cannot eat another veggie wrap while listening to somebody talk about shitting in the shower. What in the world?
Oh, that was terrible.
But yeah, that's how that's going right now. Yeah, I don't have anything else to talk about. I drove to South Carolina in my new car from New Orleans. Was pretty sure that wasn't going to work out, but it did. So I guess the car curse is lifted off of me. But I also don't want to say that because now something's going to happen to this car. So.
No.
Anyway, well, that's it. I'm going to apparently trail on saying that I have nothing to say for 3 minutes is what it feels like right now, so I actually am going to say goodbye. La, 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 boing, bye-bye.
Bye. Well, congrats on your new car. That's exactly the same as your old car.
Yeah, but get those brakes attended to.
Get those
sooner
brakes
rather than
fixed.
later.
Okay, next message.
Hello, this message is for the web crawlers. My name is Angelica, and I just wanted to call in to tell you guys about this Britney Spears AI conspiracy going on.
I've seen this.
My boyfriend told me about it like 2 nights ago, and I have just been trying to find anything and everything I can because it's freaking crazy and so scary. So I don't know if you guys have heard. I tagged you guys in the video last night because I think you guys could really find some good stuff about it, and it's just super
Did I
interesting.
send the video to you?
It's okay.
I don't know.
But super freaky stuff on TikTok and the internet that people are finding in like the videos she's posting when she's dancing and like with Sam. Really creepy. And people are even saying that like this has been going on like the past couple years. Like she hasn't been real. So yeah, I've just been going down that rabbit hole, and I think you guys should check it out because it's some pretty creepy stuff. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
So there's a video on Instagram or TikTok where Britney is dancing.
Yeah.
And she like moves her hand above her head and the face changes to her sister's face and then it changes back real quick to her face.
Stop it.
Apparently someone made it. And everyone's like, oh my God. But someone's like, this is a fake video. Somebody made this. But it looks crazy.
Oh my God, send it to me. That's scary.
So yeah, her face like changes a little. And it looks like her sister. And everyone's like, her sister's making the videos.
I mean, I would believe it.
It's a good video.
I can imagine that creepy ass family doing something like that.
Okay, let's do... Oh, there's another part to the message.
Hi, this is for the web crawlers. It's Angelica again. I just wanted to call back because I realized I didn't really tell you guys like why the Britney Spears AI thing or like what it was. So like for example, like there's a video where it's at her wedding and Sam is holding her hand, and a lot of it is from this girl called the Conspiracy Bestie. But anyways, like people are pointing out the edits and how like in this wedding footage, you see her hand like disappear into his hands. And so people think it's like an AI filter, like a filter or something. And like you can see her nails and it's like very different than like her nails in the photos with like Versace and Paris Hilton and like her little friends. So yeah, I mean stuff like that is like why it's creepy and weird. And also I was calling the wrong number, and then I was like, oh my God, like is the line not open? I was calling the number that ended in 8482. And I'm like,
842.
let me listen again, like in my mind, how you guys say it. And then I got it. So I was like, oh my God, yay. I can still leave a voice now. Okay, that's all. Bye.
8482. Who are you calling?
Girl, who are you calling?
Hello, this message is for the web crawlers.
Hello.
My name is Jenny. I am the architecture student that I called a little while ago. And I just moved to Mexico City for the summer for like a program in my school. I was just listening to one of your episodes and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if there's any like Mexico City specific like weird stories or like spooky stuff that I could ask you guys to do an episode on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just looking on Wikipedia, as all great research starts there. And I fucking found something that I saw the other day, and it's kind of freaking me out that I didn't realize it was a weird thing, even though it probably should have been obvious. So basically, south of the city, there's this area called Xochimilco, which is like, if you've ever done like touristy stuff in Mexico City, you might have been there before. It's kind of like, there's a bunch of canals, and there's these big boats that people go on and like drink and stuff. It's kind of like if Venice and gondolas was more like, party boats, like blasting reggaeton. Super fun, highly recommend. But like the real kind of history and youth of that area, it's like an agricultural area, or it's supposed to be. It mostly isn't used for that anymore. Hundreds of years ago, all of the Mexico City area used to be a giant lake. The indigenous people had like a really smart way of farming where they kind of created these little man-made islands. The canals were kind of laid out in a grid in between them, and so they could farm on these little islands and then use boats to transport stuff from their little farming plots.
Oh, yeah, that looks cool.
And
Chinampas.
what was I saying? Okay, so the other day we were, my classmates and I were going down there to visit this like one specific agricultural plot for like our studio project that we're doing.
Part 2. If you Google, it's called Chinampa. I think in Spanish it's Chocomilco, but Ampa.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay, I got cut off because I was giving too much backstory, but it's like kind of necessary context.
I want to go there. That looks cool.
I'm all over the place right now. Sorry, it's like 6:30 in the morning and I haven't spoken to anyone else yet today. So forgive me if I'm a little like not telling this in the best way. But anyways, my classmates and I went at like the crack of dawn to go visit Xochimilco, and these little like individual plots of lands that are like islands that I mentioned, they're called chinampas.
Oh, chinampas, okay.
And like I said, they're originally used for agriculture. Nowadays, like a lot of them are just kind of vacant, or they're rented out for like kind of random different stuff. But anyway, so it's like, 5:30 in the morning the other day, and we're on this boat, like going through the canals, heading towards this like one specific chinampa that we're going to. And it's just like really beautiful and kind of idyllic, and we're just looking at all the kind of birds that are up early in the morning and like the sun is rising. And when we start passing this one chinampa that has like a kind of like a tall fence, and my friend like nudges me and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna love this, look at that." And in the fence there's a bunch of like dolls that are like kind of old and creepy looking, and they're just like sort of shoved into the fence in different spots. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!"
The island of the dolls.
Oh yes, I've seen this before.
People we were with were like, that you're weird. And so I like pulled out my phone and like took a couple photos of it because I was like, "Whoa, whoever did that is like."
Yeah,
so
it's a
fun and kooky, like love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is about, but that's so fun. And then we just kept, going on our way, and then we eventually like went to this one spot where there's like an organic farm, and that's what we were actually going to do. But anyways, I mentioned I was just looking up like if there's any creepy like ghost stories or weird stuff in Mexico City. And I freaking find this article on the island of the dolls, which is the fucking thing that I passed the other day. And of course, it's not just like, fun, kooky dolls that someone put up there.
There's one more part.
My God.
Yeah, I've seen this. Isla de la Muñecas, just south of Mexico City.
Oh my God. Having to call a third time is honestly like really shameful. I like didn't even want to call back, but I just have to finish it at this point. I'm like so fucking close to the end.
You're almost
So
there.
anyway, the thing I passed the other day and was just like, oh, funny. It's called The Island of the Dolls. And there's this little ghost story that this little girl drowned in the canal there. And the guy that was like, that works on that one chinampa, like that one agricultural plot, like found her doll. And so he like thought that he like heard her asking for it after she died. And so he was like freaked out and like hung it up. And then supposedly like every time he like came back, there were like more and more dolls hanging.
Oh.
And then he like fucking died in the same place she did. And there's just a bunch of like kind of weird, creepy dolls hanging around there.
Wow.
So yeah, I, was looking for little Mexico City creepy stories, and
You found one.
apparently I already passed by
scary.
one the other day.
Yeah,
And I
wow.
just didn't know what I was looking at. So yeah, so I'm just taking photos of that spot where they died, and I was like, wow. Anyways, yeah, maybe look up more weird Mexican stories. I would love to hear some. Thanks. I always, God, whenever I call, I'm like, there's a thing that everyone says at the end, and then I just get like freaked out, and my mind goes totally blank. And I'm like, fuck, what's the thing that everyone says at the end? I have to say the thing that everyone says at the end. And I'm sorry, I forget it. So this is my shameful third message.
With the la la
Signing
la.
off. Goodbye.
Wow. Yeah, the Island of the Dolls. I've seen these photos before.
Yeah,
There's
the
like,
photos are scary.
yeah, there's some sort of like, there's a lot of YouTube videos about it. There's like a Discovery
Yeah.
episode about it. Yeah, that would be terrifying
Scary.
if you're just like going on a little tour of these like
Yeah.
canals and there's like, what are all those
You're like,
dolls?
what the fuck is this?
It's like when all those dolls were like washing up on the beaches.
Yeah.
Okay, next message. Hello! This is not Becky. This is Ellie for the web crawlers from Australia. Hi.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Down under.
listening, catching up to the one about the McDonald's University. And in Australia, that doesn't exist. But I did go to the Macca's course to become a manager, and I got the highest points in the food safety test. So that was
Nice.
pretty cool.
Nice.
But that's not what I'm calling. So I just found out something we have in our house once belonged to a convicted murderer.
Huh?
I posted it on the marketplace to sell it,
What?
and someone messaged me asking what the history was. And I said, yeah, it's an old piece of surveying equipment that's apparently held at Well. It's my husband's dad, who has passed away now. But yeah, so he asked for the history, and I know what people mean when they say they're nervous. I'm so nervous. Anyway, I said, sorry, Dad, history. And he said, I said it was my husband's dad. And he said, I think he worked with this guy. And I was like, I asked my husband, and he said he did. And he was like, and I was like, wait, how does he know? This is not very well. How did he know? Anyway, apparently this guy was a murderer. He killed his wife and went to jail for 20 years, but there's like actually heaps of different people who have been rallying for his innocence. He died now, but back in the day, his name was like Lace Ratton. So he murdered his pregnant wife and was having an affair with somebody else, but people were saying that it was an accident. And this guy worked out that it was his because it actually has his name written on it, and my last name is my husband's last name, which was my husband's dad's last name. So that was a big surprise to find out, and I don't know why my husband never mentioned that because he knew he was a murderer. Love you guys. Bye.
Wait, what was it that she had in her house?
I don't.
Something that would belong to the murderer. I couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't
didn't
hear.
understand what
That's
it
crazy
was.
though, but it has his name on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. That's scary.
I think she calls back.
Okay, this is Ellie for Webcrawlers again. My last message is haunting me. I am a wreck. I have a headache from the adrenaline, but I feel like I need to tell that story a little better to be clearer.
Thank you.
My husband's dad died when he was younger, but he was a surveyor in northern Queensland. And we have a piece of his old surveying equipment, which still sells for quite a lot. So we were selling it on the marketplace. I just posted the photos, not much information. And then this guy messages me asking for the history of the piece. And I said, sorry, I don't know. It was my husband's dad, who has passed away now. And he said, oh, did he work with Lace Ratton? And I asked my husband, and he's like, oh, that name sounds familiar. I think he murdered his wife. And I was like, what? So we asked my husband's mum, and she said, yes, they were partners after he went to jail for 20 years. And what happened was the police found his pregnant wife dead from a shotgun wound, and he insisted that he was cleaning his shotgun and shot her under the arm, and she died. But he was also having an affair and had been talking to the woman that day.
I don't know about this.
Anyway, he went to jail for 20 years, but people were rallying for him the whole time, saying he was innocent. There's actually a book about it and a few newspaper articles. He has a whole Wikipedia page on him. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, it turns out his name is actually written on that surveying equipment that we have in our house. And my husband's dad worked with him after he got out of jail. And he was actually the last person to be on death row in Australia. His sentence was commuted or something just before he was meant to be executed. So he got out and had life after that. And now he's passed away. But yeah, crazy story. Bye.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I think she said Botris, I think is the Australian, Laith. Something Laith.
Yeah, if you think I'm spelling that.
Laith. Australian murder wife Laith. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you have
that's
a piece
insane.
of equipment that
It's
a
crazy we work
murderer
together.
owns. Okay. Last message of the day.
Wooey wah wah.
Wowie woo-wah.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. This is Mary from Minneapolis.
Hello.
I'm calling in because I listened to the episode about the Munchausen's girlie who was a writer for Grey's Anatomy the other day. And I'm a big Grey's Anatomy stan. Similar to Allie, I binged super hard. Like 1 year in college during my J term, like the month you have off in January. At that time, only I think up to season 10 was out, and right now we're on season 19.
That's insane.
But I watched all 10 seasons in like 6 weeks. It was the best time of my life. But
yeah, that's what I did too. It was
to bring it full circle, when you guys were talking about the girlie, I can't remember her name, but Munchausen's girl, and how she had this friend named Nick in Minnesota who would take her to the Mayo Clinic and yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, currently on season 19 of Grey's Anatomy, there is a character named Nick who is from the Mayo Clinic who comes to work at Seattle Grace Hospital. And I just thought that was like crazy.
Oh, weird.
I mean,
that's funny.
Obviously, stories are stories that are written, you know, for the show, I'm sure definitely have some like real life ties.
Yeah.
But once I heard that, I was like, wow, that's wild. So, you know, Nick from Minnesota, Munchausen's, what do you do? But love you guys. Also, sorry if this wasn't cohesive. I am 100% high right now, but love you. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
Wait, so season 19 is the current season. I wonder if the writers are writing episodes about Elizabeth.
Maybe they'll do like an arc about someone faking
someone
cancer.
who fakes. Yeah.
That'd be
She's
pretty
not
interesting.
Currently writing, but yeah, they should definitely do that.
Wow. Yeah, she wants to write on what was it?
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Yeah. Crazy.
Yikes.
No shitting your pants stories this week.
No, you can eat your lunch, Maggerdoodles.
Yeah, maybe we've crossed over the threshold of pants shitting. Or not. Call in.
Or not, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Anyways, continue to call in. We love your voicemails. And leave a review if you want. Make up another handle, leave a review. You never know what might come from putting a little kindness into the world today. Anyways, I am Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.